Hello, namaskaram, welcome to Harmony of Spices. A Turkish style butter bun roll is what we're gonna cook today. Check it out. For kneading the dough, let's take some warm milk and some warm water to a bowl. Make sure it's just warm and it's not too hot or cold. Adding some sugar. Now let's add some active dry yeast. Let's mix it gently and keep it covered for a few minutes. If you're in a rush, you can go ahead and add the next ingredients, but keeping it aside for 5 to 10 minutes will activate the yeast and speed up the fermentation process. See, the yeast have bubbled up and it's ready. Now adding some oil to it, adding some eggs to this, salt. Let's give a quick whisk and gently add the all-purpose flour into it. Now it's up to your choice if you want to knead it by your hands or by a standing mixer. I personally like the standing mixer for the initial few minutes kneading, but you can totally knead it with your hand. At this point, if you think you may need to add a little more flour to bring the right consistency, please do. Now, I'm going to take it out of the standing mixer and try working with my hand. Now let's add some butter to it and mix it well. Once it's mixed well and the dough is soft, I'm gonna put it aside and allow it to ferment. So let's keep it covered and put it aside for an hour. It's been like an hour and 15 minutes. You can see the dough has really fermented well. Let's take it out and make them into small balls. The size of the rolls I'm gonna make is pretty big, like a big croissant. But if you like little ones, you can go ahead and make small balls. With the quantity of the dough I've taken, I'm planning to make like 12 rolls. But if you like the mini ones, you can always go with the smaller ones and you can make even 24 mini rolls with that. Now let's roll one by one. I'm gonna keep the rest of the dough covered with a wet towel so it doesn't go dry. About getting a perfect shape, you just need to flatten it out as thin as possible. Now let's apply some butter on top of that and draw some lines on it with a knife. Next, I'm gonna roll it from one side. So when you look at it, you may think it's difficult. It's super easy. The first two may become messed up, but that's totally fine. Once you get the hang of it, it just comes off rolling easily. Make it around and pin both the sides together. Do each one of them and line it up on a pan. And now I'm going to cover it with the wet towel and put it aside for another 10-15 minutes until the oven is ready for baking. I'm going to turn on the oven at 370 degrees Fahrenheit or 185 degrees Celsius. After 10 minutes before putting into the oven, let's give it an egg wash. This is one full egg beaten up. I'm going to gently brush it over each one of them. I sprinkled some sesame seed over it. It's totally optional. Now let's put it in the oven. Always remember to put the middle rack of the oven. Now it's ready. It took me almost 20 minutes of baking time. If you're making mini bun rolls, it should only take like 10 to 15 minutes. Always look for the right color so you know when it's done. Here you can see how soft the bun is. Here's some super delicious, super easy butter bun rolls ready. You can have it for breakfast or like a snack or even as a dinner roll. Try it out, your family will love this one. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you for watching Harmony of Spices.